What's up, Shady Sports Network? I'm joined by a very special guest tonight, Shedrick Kirk. Shedrick, how you doing tonight?
What's up, y'all? Man, I'm good, man. Blessed. I am honestly. How about you? How
I'm
you doing?
good, bro. I'm very excited for this one. So, you grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. Talk a little bit about growing up down there.
Um, I was born in Law, Mississippi. I moved to Nashville when I was 13. I feel like it's like any other city, man. Coming up, drugs, poverty, stuff like that. But I stayed focused on what really mattered. What my dreams, and that was football. So that's what really kept me away from a lot of that.
So, you went to McGraw High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Talk a little bit about your high school experience.
Oh yeah, I went to McGavick High School. It was a big high school, one of the biggest high schools in Nashville, really in Tennessee. We were 6A football. It was cool. It was cool. I had a lot of fun, and I also learned a lot. Just from growing up there and going to that high school. It taught me how to really work for what I wanted, because I know I wasn't the star player or nothing like that. So I had to grind for really what I wanted, and I was there with my family. Like I have a big family. I'm the oldest of 10 siblings, so me and four of my other siblings went to the school with me. So it was always us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So you have 10 siblings. So talk about that for a sec. Like growing up with 10 other people. I'm an only child, man. So I don't even know what it's like to have one. I can't imagine having 10.
Man, it's a blessing, honestly. But it can get crazy sometimes dealing with, it's 10 different personalities. And we all had to be at one, sometimes in one setting. And it's cool though. It's always laughter. Sometimes it's gonna be cries, and that's just real. That's life. But it's, for the most part, it's laughter. Like, we always joking, man. It was always good growing up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's awesome. I see the photo behind you. So that's
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Yeah.
Um, so after your time at McGrove, you went to Kentucky Wesleyan University. So how did you choose that school? It's in Kentucky, a little far from Nashville. Not really, kind of the state over, but what made you want to go there?
Um. Honestly, when I did my first 2 years at Cumberland U, I feel like I needed to mature, and the best way for me to mature was to get away from home. And one of the coaches, his name's Coach Smith, he reached out to me, and I went up there the day before camp, and it was a small town, and he told me, he was like, the only way you can get in trouble is if you go looking for it. And that's what really stuck, like, with me, because with the goals, and the goals that I had, I needed to stay out the way. I needed to stay out of trouble, just so I can attain those goals. And that's why I chose it. Really, like, it was low key, and it didn't draw too much attention. It kept me focused on what I wanted to do. It was kind of boring sometimes. Sometimes we had fun there, but for the most part, it wasn't like Nashville. It wasn't what I was used to.
So you went to that school for 5 years, right? So did you go there and get your education all 5 years? You said you went to another school for two, but did you graduate from there?
Yeah, I graduated from Wesleyan in 2021 in December, and I didn't walk until May, because it's a smaller school, and usually some major universities have graduation in December and May. They just do it in May. So I after the season, got my degree and waited till May to walk. So yeah, I actually stayed there. I transferred in 2019, and no, 2018, and finished 2021 and walked 22.
So obviously, after you graduated, what have you been up to up until the time you got your next opportunity?
Just grinding, really every day. When I first finished school and had a pro day at TSU a week before I got injured, and the teams that were the NFL teams that were looking at me, they turned away because my scores weren't where they was supposed to be. And after that, I just put my head down and and worked and stayed prayed up. I started coaching at East Nashville Magnet, and that kept me hungry too because I was around the game every day. I'm working out and on the coach, so I'm learning both sides of it, and that's what really kept me focused. And after the season, it's been the same thing every day, getting up, working, and just waiting until I report.
So obviously, you've been granted with a huge opportunity for your career and like for your life in general. I feel like, to be honest, like you're signing with the USFL team. You're one step below where you want to get to. You're so young, like you're ready to go. Talk to me about that opportunity.
Man, it's honestly a blessing, and it wasn't until I got out of my own way and God started to work in my life. A lot of the stuff I couldn't control, I was trying to control early on, and that's what I feel like prolonged it, but I needed it to grow. So that journey is it's still writing itself, but it's still worth it. And I fell in love with the process, what I'm saying? And that's really all it is, just realizing that it's all a process, and everything you want in life you got to really work for. And that's what I've been doing, taking it a day at a time, and staying humble, staying focused.
So on your defense, you're playing with a huge name that a lot of people know, Reuben Foster.
Yeah.
So talk about how excited you are and what are your thoughts about, like, I find it crazy. Like I'm excited to watch Reuben. Like I can't believe it, when I saw that.
Man, growing up, what I'm saying, I'm in high school, I'm seeing this highlight tape on YouTube, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So seeing that, and then waking up one morning and seeing that he signed to the USFL and it's on my team, I'm pumped and ready to work with him. You know what I'm saying? Just to see the mentality and be around that mentality and be around someone who's actually played at Bama. You know what I'm saying? That's huge because I get to see where his mindset is and the mentality that defensive room had. And it's just a great experience. Just great to be able to work with him. And I'm ready to work with him.
I think what's really cool about that too is it's not like the team was like trying to get him. He was reaching out to the team on Twitter, like tweeting at them, and that just shows where the league is headed as a whole.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. I know that, man. That's awesome. Like, and it's humbling, you know what I'm saying, to see him do that. You know what I'm saying? That some people get too big sometimes, and for him to be who he, that's eye opening to see, and it's great to see. So I can play with him. You know what I'm saying? For real.
So tomorrow the XFL season starts, and I bet you have some brothers in the XFL or some people that you know. What is your message to them as they start their season tomorrow?
And it's go time. It's what we've been grinding for. We've been grinding for that opportunity, this opportunity that's coming up for, well, since we were kids, and now we got that shot. So we gotta, you know, let the chips fall where they lay, and just play. Don't worry about nothing. Just handle business. Yeah.
So obviously, one big name from the USFL, or the biggest name, is Cavante Turpin. He went from fan control football to now making $90 million over 3 years in the NFL. Talk a little bit about how much it means to play on the field that Cavante Turpin played on, and know that you only need a couple good games and you'll be right there. That must like fire you up.
And yeah, man, much respect to him for sure. Because what he did, he kicked the door down just to let us know that it is possible. Just to get the film and actually put in the work and get the eyes on you, it's possible. And I'm appreciative for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the goals I have. It's just another opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So everything is coming full circle, and I'm hoping that I do what I got to do to get that same opportunity. So, man, it's just it's a humbling experience, and it's a great experience. I'm just ready for it.
So obviously we all saw the show on Netflix, Last Chance U, right? And I feel like USFL and XFL for a lot of guys is Last Chance U. So when you go into camp, right? Like obviously you're playing for a team, but at the same time you're playing for yourself. How do you balance that?
I think at the end of the day, we're playing football. It's a kids game, and if we take on that mentality and just play all the other stuff, it wouldn't even matter. I do understand at the end of the day, it's a business, And, sometimes business decisions have to be made. But if you're going out there and having fun and, competing, at the end of the day, it's going to be, you're going to get what you want out of it. And that's how I'm going into it. I just want to work and compete and have fun while doing it. Yeah.
So after you graduated college, right, you were a free agent. Did you reach out to any like arena football teams, or did you think about playing arena football, or was your mind set on going to the USFL?
Actually, an overseas team reached out to me first, and then a couple arena football teams reached out, but it was so quick after I graduated. The draft or my pro day hadn't happened yet, so I had to tell them, like, I still have these goals, but if they don't work out, then we could talk. But after that, it was like they were gone. So yeah, I I really didn't. I want to play anywhere, but I still have my goals to play in the league or the USFL. So that's what my mindset was, really.
So obviously, we saw there's a rule that the NFL has, and colleges have too, that if you are in college and you work out for a USFL or XFL team, you lose all your college eligibility, which I personally think is not fair. But if you're a guy trying to make that decision, which there are many guys we've seen 4 or 5 guys lose their eligibility to go to one of these leagues. Do you think it's worth it?
I feel like if the organization wants you and they're like interested in putting you on the team and you have the opportunity to do so, I don't see a problem in taking that opportunity because it comes once in a lifetime, and you can still get your education while doing it. So it's not like you're not you know getting everything that you want, because you're getting your education and you're getting to play football and get paid for it professionally. So I'm not against that. I mean, it is the rules of it all. Like, if something does happen to where they can't play in the league, I think they should be able to go back and finish playing, college ball. But I'm saying I don't, I don't know.
So obviously you have the platform right now. If you could send one message to the not just your Pittsburgh Maulers fans, but to the USFL and to the NFL, what would you say right now?
Man, I'm thankful for the opportunity, forever thankful for the opportunity. I'm ready to compete and work. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Like, let's go.
So, what NFL player do you feel like you model your game after?
Um, I watch a lot of Darrell Revis. I watch Sauce Gardner. I watch Champ Bailey, um, Xavier Howard. I watch a lot of those guys film. I really watch. I'm a student of the game, and I watch every corner. You know what I'm saying, to learn from, like, learn what I could pick up, things that I don't do well, and see what they do, and I pick up that just to sharpen my game and increase my bag. So I'm really just a student of the game, and I watch everybody. But Darrell Reeves is someone I look up to for sure.
So, you talked about growing up in a tough environment, to say the least. What would you tell all those kids that are in the same situation that you were in growing up? What would you tell them? Words of inspiration.
Um, if if you're in that environment or that situation, and you have dreams or aspirations to play at the next level or even go to college, you know what I'm saying, just stay focused and keep God first, and everything will be handed to you. Not handed to you in the sense of you won't have to work for anything, because of course you're gonna have to work, but he will he will definitely give you your heart's desire, and stay focused and be courageous and strong, because every there's gonna be peer pressure moments, but stay strong and stay focused on your goals, and you'll definitely get to where you want to be.
So that's a really important message. And you talk about faith. And as I can tell, you're very connected to faith. So talk about where that started.
And I grew up in the church. My grandma, she's a pastor. My dad's a pastor. Like, it's it's something I've been around since I was a kid, and honestly, when I was a teenager, that's when I really started to get connected. Like I could be growing up around that and still not, you know what I'm saying, be connected with a relationship. So it wasn't until I was a teenager when I started to see that he's who I need to, get to where I want to be.
So, Cedric, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. Is there anybody that the platform is yours, is there anyone that you want to shout out or show love to?
Man, I just want to show love to my family, my mom, dad, stepmom, stepdad, Kentucky Wesleyan, Cumberland, and the Maulers. You know what I'm saying? And McGavick High School, and that's really it. I appreciate you having me on the show, man. And I'm very thankful.
No problem, man. Thank you. So I'm so excited to watch you do your thing and ball out like I know you can. And I will be looking forward to watching you this spring. And I'll also be looking forward to watching you this fall
Yes,
on
sir.
TV, on ESPN, on Monday Night Football. So I will be seeing you real soon. Good luck this season. Go lockdown, play shutdown, play the way you do, and have a great rest of the night. And I will see the rest of y'all tomorrow night. We have a great interview coming up for you. We have a great content schedule. And y'all look out because we got some things coming for you. So we're
Yes, sir.
coming.
Appreciate it.